Hello there, Steve from Ghost Walkers here. I've been going out doing ghost hunts, ghost walks for about 15 to 20 years. And one of the things that I wanted to talk to you about today was the actual mic packs that we use. We stopped using the boom mic that came with the camera, absolute rubbish, but we started using the mic packs. This is what I'm using at the moment. It's called FOTOWELT with an F, FOTOWELT. It comes with 2 transmitters and 1 receiver. Receiver is on top of the camera with 2 aerials. This is what we have 2. This is what it looks like, and that is your receiver. That actually fits on top of the camera like so. We've usually got a load of other stuff rigged up to this camera, so this sits at the top somewhere. We've got lights and other bits and pieces, infrared lights, ultraviolet lights, other bits and pieces that can attach to the camera and around the camera. But basically that's what I'm using at the moment. One like that. Identical camera, identical mic. Now these are powered by 2 AA batteries that just sit in there and pop back in there. That's a receiver. Mic pack that goes in your pocket. I won't unplug it because it'll stop working. But the same, exactly the same. 2 batteries in the side. Now this comes with 2. You can buy them with 1, but this comes with 2. I have 1, my wife has 1. This is my wife's camera, by the way. She's got a set of mic packs, so we can have 2 groups, go off, do your bit, come back, edit, combine, so forth. But when you're investigating with 1 camera and 2 mic packs, if one of the investigators does wander off into a corridor, down into another room, you can still hear them, what's going on, as if they're stood right in front of the camera. And the trouble we used to have when we used to use these boom mics, this isn't a good one, by the way, but there are good ones out there, really good ones. But this particular one, when we were looking at buying a new mic, a new boom mic in actual fact, we thought, hey, why not just go for a mic pack? Let's test it out. So we did. The trouble with this we were having, which I will show you here. There's a place just in the New Forest near Lymington, just for a little walkabout. And we're going to take a little bit of equipment with us. It's just going to be a stills camera, and what everyone else should take wherever you go always is an EMF meter. Now notice the difference is you couldn't hear because I had the camera, it was on top of the camera like so, and I've got the camera pointing out in front of me doing whatever it's doing. It's directional, so I'm talking behind it. You can turn it around and point it at you if you're talking, I suppose, but then if something goes on in front, you know, you're buggered, aren't you, really? And if I'm looking over there and I'm panning away like that, one of the other lead investigators called me, you turn around and you're completely blocked out. Other problem, when we go into somewhere that's echoey, we went into Boulder Church. This is me talking, believe it or not. The reason we're not wearing masks is the husband and wife, we live together, we're isolating together. And there's actually nobody in here. And that was with the boom mic. So the filters drowned out the echo, but because the echo was saying the same thing I was, it also drowned me out. No, we couldn't hear nothing. So we went back into Boulder Church just on a quick little walk through. And this is what it sounded like with the mic packs. And there's said to be 2 archers knelt down at the altar. And there is the new altar, still a few hundred years old. See the difference in the sound. Just a quick clip, and this is the outside with the boom mic. It's an unusual position. And as for getting in, because of the pandemic, it may not be open. But we've got all of our recent stuff actually outside the church. And this is the outside with a mic pack. We've got mic packs. We're hoping, I'm walking into the wind now, we're hoping that we get sound all round, even when the camera does pan away. So we can pan the camera away. Now on the day we went out with the mic pack, it was a very windy day. You wouldn't have been able to see my hair blowing in the wind because I've not got a lot of it left, to be fair. But the wind noise on the mic was absolute minimal. You could hear a slight little rumble, and the wind was actually like beating on my coat, but didn't make no noise to that mic at all. So all in all, I just feel this is a really good buy. The other good thing you can do with it, if you go out into a room on your own, you can put the headphones on. I'll say if you're on your own. If you're on your own and you're not on the film, or even if you are on the film, because you don't feel stupid. But if you put those on, this just plugs into the receiver, just like so. Plugs in. Now, what these are hearing, you are now hearing through there electronically. And as we know, a lot of people, after an investigation, they go home, they review their footage, and they hear all this sound, people talking to them. They couldn't hear it at the time because they didn't have the earphones on. Couldn't hear it with your own ears, could hear it electronically. A bit like the EVP recorders, which we also use. I think everyone uses them, to be fair. Exactly the same thing. You play it back straight away. You can hear it on the recorder, but you didn't hear it with your ears. Sometimes you do. So that's the advantage with that, which is a good advantage, because if you're there and you hear it, you can respond to it. And if you're at home reviewing your footage and you didn't hear it, it's gone. You know, you've lost your chance to respond. So that in itself is a plus, an absolute plus. The boom mic we had, you couldn't put earphones onto it. These we're going to do away with, or just use them as in hallways, maybe pick up a few knocks and bangs on tripods. So it's a rechargeable battery, so it doesn't need no power supplied to it. It's already charged. And we can just stick a recorder on the end of that and leave it in the hallway and see what happens. Try all number of things, and whatever works is a good thing. You don't know what's going to work, and you don't know what is going to work. It's one of those fields that not a lot of people know much about it, really. As a whole, we don't know a great deal, only what we've seen on footage. So if you're experimenting, is a good thing. So if you want to see more of our equipment, subscribe. If you want to see our investigations, most certainly subscribe. And when they come about, they'll be there for you to watch. So for now, I wish you a goodbye.